Hello, hello, hello. For this versus is X Files versus Zack Files. Now the two shows have the word files in them. That's why I put them together. Could have also added UFO files, but nah. Now, with X Files, most of the episodes about extraterrestrials. What the extraterrestrials doing? Trying to make us into food. Now, there's a couple episodes not about extraterrestrials, about vampires, ghosts, demons, but for the most part, extraterrestrials. Zack Files, on the other hand, just weird paranormal stuff happens to him. Like, he gets a missing sock, so he goes in the dryer to look for it, and then he teleports somewhere called Sockland. So all your missing sock goes. So there's also a water land, but not a great place to land at. Dig what I'm saying. Sockland, very comfortable. But of course, the way me and my buddy remember that episode, the dryer was a time machine. We remember that episode wrong. Granted, there was an episode about time travel where he had a camcorder. Every time we rewind the tape, time will also rewind. He tried to get the perfect day with the woman he liked. Gotta make things perfect. Now, man, let's go back to X Files real quick. I don't want to make this all about the Zack Files. Now, X Files was great. Owing to Fox disappears, and then, it's not so great. Even my brother says the same thing. He's like, was Fox in it? I can tolerate X Files. When Fox goes missing, on the other hand, I can't tolerate X Files no more. X Files has got to go, Stuart. It's just, you gotta change the channel, man. It's no good no more. Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Fox is missing. Like, whatever her name is, and Ancient Doggett, they weren't bad. It's just there was no Fox and Scully. And Scully was no Fox. It's just, it's like watching a movie about video games and see Adam Sessmore there with no Morgan Webb. Don't know what I'm referring to? You need to watch some OG4. Actually, X-Play was Tech TV. So, Tech TV! Adam Sessmore and Morgan Webb! Just gotta see them both together. Now, I've heard rumors about X-Files making one more comeback. I still hope so, because the last second comeback they made, I figured the second comeback was like, oh yeah, they're gonna do what they didn't do with the first comeback, actually in the series. Well, Fox and Scully's Miracle Baby did so well. He just didn't save human race from the extraterrestrials like he was supposed to. So maybe in this last season, we'll get the ending we always wanted to see. The Miracle Baby do magical miracle stuff to save humanity from the extraterrestrials. Oh, he could just do it without the humans ever knowing the threat. Our baby boy Fox he's a hero, but the human race will never know of his heroicness. You're right, Scully. We must do what we can to do everyone of the sacrifice our Miracle Baby did to save humanity from the extraterrestrials. Now, there was some extraterrestrials in Zack Files that showed up. Twice. Oh, and that in the second episode when the extraterrestrial shows up, that's also another episode about time travel because he meets up with his, I want to say granddaughter, but it might have been grandson. I broke the base, so I went back in time to fix it. Apparently, when Zack gets older, he don't believe all the stuff that happens to him. Which is weird because then it's supposed to always happen. Because apparently with Grandma, it must have skipped a generation. Like nothing weird ever happens to his dad, just him and his grandma. Weird stuff still happens to her. Plus, another thing is, what was that with that girl in the Zack Files, man? Always going to the boys' locker room. I'm gonna have a little problem with that if I was the dad. Like, I got a little problem with this. Look, I don't mind the boy climbing into a window. That's a whole different TV show. As long as I know he's in the house. Granted, he did come to the kitchen window at one time while we was eating at the table. Honey, how come he doesn't use the front door like a normal kid? Now we got this chicken, the Zack Files going to the boys' locker room while the boys are getting undressed. If I was the dad, I'd be like, that's a no-go! 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 At least with the boy, I can only assume they come up with some kind of schedule when it was okay for him to go into the window. Well, her curtains are down. That must mean he's getting undressed. But come on, he's a boy. He probably carefully put that ladder down, sneaked up that ladder, and watched her get undressed. And when he noticed he was done, he sneaked back down, pretend he was never up there. And you know what? This is not a video about Clarissa Explains It All. That's what TV show that was. Let's go back to Zack Files and X-Files. Now what, so I would have to say was better between the two? Man, that's a really hard one. Like, X-Files does actually have a story to it. Like, Fox is trying to uncover the truth, and the truth is more than just those extraterrestrials and the government was hiding. Oh no, there's far more than just that. Like I said, the aliens are trying to use you humans as food. And there was a civil war going on between another set of aliens trying to defeat them. And other times they go away from the story and talk about ghosts and vampires, like I said, which has nothing to do with the series as a whole. It was just random episodes. At least that's how I always saw it. Like, oh, these have something to do with the actual TV shows and this vampire stuff and werewolves. They're just random. They had nothing to do with the actual X-Files. But Zack Files, on the other hand, a bunch of real stuff happens. His buddy tries to get evidence behind it and never works out. So, I think I'm gonna have to give this a draw between Zack Files and X-Files. It's a draw. They're both real good shows in my book. There's no one show better than the other. Now, I will say this. If it was never for that season when Fox disappeared, I might have gave this to X-Files. But because I also have to count that season when he disappears, it's a draw. So which of the two shows did you like better between Zack Files and X-Files? Leave a comment. Stay curious, but never, and I mean it, If you want to stay alive, never drink the Kool-Aid. Just don't.